Who are the presidents who enjoy the most security around the world? Some of the world's presidents are in possession of the most formidable, massive, lethal, and, in some instances, bizarre agencies, forces, and special security units that it is possible for there to be. We are going to talk about the top 5 most protected presidents in the world 2022 in this video. These presidents have the ability to change the lives of millions of people for the better or for the worse with the decisions that they make. As a result, maintaining their honor and the honor of their families is something that is of the utmost importance. As a result, the soldiers, policemen, and guards who protect a VIP, very important person, train for many years in order to be the chosen ones to cover their backs and sacrifice their lives for that of a VIP. In some instances, we cannot see them. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can continue to enjoy our videos more frequently. Number 5. Turkey's President Erdogan. The president of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, may not be the most heavily guarded person on this list, but his security detail is without a doubt one of the most strict. Erdogan is surrounded by a loyal bodyguard detail of 60 men who are known as the Mustachers, and yes, the name does absolutely mean that all of them are imposing men who sport intimidating mustaches. The Mustachers are so completely unconcerned with anything that is not directly related to the protection of their leader that in 2017, they had no qualms about kicking the snot out of several American citizens who were protesting Erdogan in Washington, District of Columbia. 7 bodyguards were initially charged with participating in the attacks, however, those charges were ultimately dismissed. This happened right before Erdogan was scheduled to meet with Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, which seems to be a strange coincidence. However terrifying the Mustachers may be, when it comes to Erdogan's personal security, they are by no means the only option available to him when the situation calls for it. During the president's historic visit to Greece in 2017, the 60 mustachmen joined an estimated 100 other Turkish security officials, along with over 3,000 Greek snipers, agents, and cops positioned all over Athens. In total, there were over 4,000 security personnel present in Athens. Number 4. The President of Guinea. The inclusion of Alpha Condé, the first democratically elected president of Guinea and a man with an awesome name, on a list of the world leaders who are most closely guarded comes as a bit of a surprise. Condé is without a doubt one of the most powerful men in his country. Nevertheless, there is a compelling justification for his preoccupation with safety. In 2011, political opponents attempted to assassinate him in his own home. His security detail managed to fight back the attackers, but a 2-hour battle that involves several hostile gunmen and a grenade launcher can make a man think about his personal safety. This is especially true when considering the fact that just a few hours after Condé addressed the nation about the first attack, his presidential guard had to fend off another one. In 2011, political opponents attempted to assassinate him despite the fact that Condé's security detail is obviously strong and tough. After all, the president is still alive and in power. It is common knowledge that they are extremely antagonistic toward the media. In 2013, they committed a wave of violence against independent journalists, and in 2016, these Red Berets beat up a reporter because he took a photo of Condé as he was leaving an assembly. The reason for the beating was that the reporter had taken a photo of Condé as he was leaving the assembly. Number 3. Xi Jinping, President of China. It should come as no surprise that China's most powerful man, Xi Jinping, is accompanied by a large security detail. An elite guard unit known as the Central Security Bureau, which is a notoriously covert organization, is tasked with providing security for him and the other high-ranking members of the Communist Party. The most public appearance that its leader, His Excellency Wang Xiaojun, has ever made was in 2015, when he attended a banquet at the White House. The fact that we are aware of his highly secretive day job is due to the fact that the official guest list mentioned his job title in a casual manner. The Central Guard Bureau has thousands of elite troops that are tasked with protecting the country's top brass and their families. Since Xi Jinping personally promoted Major General Wang to the task in 2015, it is probably pretty clear where the Bureau's loyalties lie in the constant turmoil of Beijing politics. Major General Wang holds a very influential position within China. However, the true scope of Xi's security requirements is not made clear until after he has traveled on board. A massive security blanket was observed to cover the area in Hong Kong in 2017 when the city was visited. The city was partially shut down as 11,000 law enforcement officers did their utmost to ensure the president's safety by utilizing various tools for maintaining peace, such as helicopters and movable barricades that were 6 feet tall. Number 2. Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia. It has been said that Saudi Arabia's crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and his father, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, do not get along very well. It is easy to read a sentence like that and assume that the crown prince's security has actually been lowered. However, in the case of Mohammed bin Salman, it appears that the opposite is true. According to observations made by Middle East Eye, the prince has responded to the possibility of his power being diminished, or even him being removed from office, by erecting a massive security network around himself. He has spent over a year expanding his influence on Saudi Arabia's security agencies and the military. He has done this by guaranteeing promotions for young officers who are loyal to him and by arranging matters so that even the higher-ups report directly to him. At the moment, the commanders of the Saudi Royal Guard, Armed Forces, Land Forces, Air Defense, Air Force, and Navy all report to the prince, and with a rumored 800 new officer appointments planned by the end of 2019, it would probably not be a bad bet to say that if Prince Mohammed bin Salman is not the person with the most massive personal security network on this list yet, it's only a matter of time before he becomes the person with the most extensive personal security network on this list. Number 1. Vladimir Putin, President of Russia. Vladimir Putin is not only the President of Russia, but he is also the most powerful person on the entire planet. Furthermore, he is in possession of the world's largest nuclear arsenal, which contributes to both his importance and his personal safety. Along the same lines as China, the government of Russia has shown no sign of releasing information regarding the elite agency that is responsible for the protection of body number 1, which refers to the Russian president and his family. In actuality, there is no data on their operations, and the public has access to very few reports. It is so secret that for the most part, you can only make assumptions about it. However, the fact that they have been able to keep Putin alive for such a long time in the presidency demonstrates to us that they are successful in what they are doing. It is common knowledge that Vladimir Putin is the man who enjoys the highest level of protection on the planet. Also, we have another one at the end, but it's possible that Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan isn't the most heavily guarded person in the world, but his security detail is definitely one of the most strict and dedicated. The term of the mustachers refers to Erdogan's loyal bodyguard detail, which consists of 60 men. These are large, intimidating men who sport impressive mustaches. When the situation calls for it, Erdogan's personal security team has a wide variety of options available to them in addition to the intimidating mustache twirlers. The video for today has come to an end. What are your thoughts on these presidents and the security surrounding them? You are welcome to leave your feedback in the comments section. Before you go, make sure you subscribe.